All right, guys, it is that time again. Time for a brand new LeBron. Oh man, these smell nice. Smells like quality. Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these on these bad boys right here. This is the Nike LeBron 21s. And these guys right here come in this box. So you got the 21 on there, you got the LJ crown logo, you got a signature on the top. It's got this flappy lock things. And then, what would you call this, marble? The best part though is it comes with this little tech card right here and this like clam. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it does come with a tech sheet, so whoever came up with this idea, you're a genius. As for the shoe itself, first off, what do you think about them? Be honest.
I don't know. Before we started filming, I thought this was a retro, so I didn't even know it was the new shoe. I think it's that fact that there's the underlay swirl materials. It's reminding me of a running shoe. Like
the ribs?
Yeah, and like, so it was giving me like, oh, are they like the Bacons or whatever from that time frame?
It's funny that you mentioned that because it reminds me of the monkey paw system.
Yeah, so that whole era. So I was just like, okay, that's weird that I've never seen this shoe before, and it's because I've never seen this shoe before.
That's right. It's brand new, folks. It's new and improved. Just kidding. It's just like last year's model. But yeah, these guys right here are basically a revamped or reworked LeBron 20. So if you love the LeBron 20 and its performance, these should be damn near identical. The main difference is going to be that body of the shoe. The build is a little bit stiffer because it's a little bit thicker. Totally different materials, or at least kind of. And we'll get into all of that, but first, look at that outsole, man. That thing is sick. And it feels just like the last year model. So the LeBron 20 and what do they call them? The next gens? So there was two models. There was the cheaper one, almost same tech, similar performance, different look. And then they had the main model, which was the regular 20s and stuff. But this right here is almost the same exact feeling pattern, same exact feeling rubber or rubber compound. Now the cushion is going to be pretty much the same exact thing, same exact setup. We got a Cushlon midsole, which feels awesome. In the forefoot, there's a Zoom turbo unit, and then in the heel, there's a bottom loaded large volume Zoom Air unit. It's about 13 millimeters thick, and you would know that if you read this card. But yeah, it's the same exact setup as last year's model. And again, I loved last year's model. I thought it felt great. This guy right here feels much of the same. I will say that the Cushlon does feel a little bit firmer than last year's, but it could just be because they're brand new. You know, once you start playing in the stuff, it starts warming up and breaking in and things like that. So a little bit of a different feel. I really did like last year's model though. Last year we played, or not last year, but we played, the last hoop session was in January. I would alternate between the LeBron 20 and the series player only player one, the first one. So before they got good. And yeah, I just really liked the LeBron 20. I thought it was a great shoe. One of the best of the year last year. Will these be one of the best this year? I think overall, yes, just because it didn't really tweak anything. But as far as like being innovative or really pushing the boundaries or pushing the line further as far as innovation goes within the LeBron line, no, because it's much of the same. I would say it's consistent. And if you like consistency, it's gonna be good. If you want the latest and greatest, then go check out LeBron 19s, man. Those things were awful. It had everything in there and none of it you probably wanted to play in. It was a bad shoe. Now, as far as the upper is concerned, that's where they really deviated from last year's model. Last year's model was all knit. The next gen was textile. This one is a textile, but that's the base layer. So it's the stuff that you cannot see, the things that you were alluding to, the ribbed look, if you will. Basically, we've got a textile body and then it's got fly wire all over it and stuff. And then on top of that, for whatever reason, they put on this leather shell. Now, I will say, as far as quality is concerned, I like this. I like it a lot. This is missing in today's performance where you get leathers and nubucks and good stuff, especially things for $200 sneakers. It should be of some quality, at least a little bit. The only thing though is that it's not functional. I mean, it's functional in the sense that it's going to be very supportive, but it's not like it's a toe rand or a midfoot overlay or a lockdown flap or strap or something like that. So it's basically just one body piece covered over with another body piece, kind of like is a lackluster design, if you will. This is the most over-designed, under-designed looking design slash shoe I've ever seen. It's oversimplified, but not. I will say though, one of the coolest features is actually on this medial side, the little swoosh right there. That is where you can see what's under the leather poking through. So the leather here is very nice. I again, really like it. And then underneath it, you can see the textile, and then the ribs that are made up of the swoosh or inside the swoosh, that's the stuff that you see underneath the material. So that right there is design, and I really with that shit. It's awesome. You can also see the flywire poking through right here at the eye stay area, which is also dope. Now the tongue is something that's very interesting because it reminds me a lot of the Nike Torch system. It doesn't look exactly like it, but it feels almost identical. So this is stuff that you would see on a Kobe shoe. And yeah, these are very Kobe-esque. So if you were interested in something like that, that was more attainable, because we all know that those Protros are hardest to get, this guy right here might be that shoe. One thing though, I will say, man, like they put leather on the tongue. They put this leather right here. It says established in 1984. Also the tongue top reminds me of the LeBron 8. So I dig it. Something that I typically don't talk about because it typically doesn't matter are the laces, but these laces look elegant. They look really cool. They're like really thick rope style laces. I don't know how these are gonna be like on a basketball court. It would suck if they just become untied all the time, because that's usually what happens with thick laces like this. But I will say that it just looks really good. It matches the shoe and it matches kind of the elegance of the upper, like the material and stuff like that. So I really dig it. Again, I don't know if it's gonna be a great style of lace to play in. All I know is that it looks really cool. For those of you guys curious, this is the insole. It's not polyurethane. It's also not ortholite. It looks like it's recycled. It does feel thick and substantial though, so it gives good underfoot cushion or stepping comfort. I don't like when they do these little patches. I think that they look really cool, but they also like protrude into your foot and stuff, and sometimes they can cause chafing or blistering. So I never think that that's a good idea, but I do think it looks dope. Inside of the tongue though, we've got a quilted royal looking liner. I think that that's what this whole shoe looks like, kind of like royalty and stuff, you know what I mean? Purple and gold, although I know that that's Lakers colors, but you know, he's the king. And then the interior liner is Nike SphereTech, which technically I was wrong based off of marketing, but I was right based off of the actual material. This is something that I found out from Aaron Cooper after we had already done all of the videos, but I had said in the original LeBron 20 breakdown that I thought that the SphereTech stuff was to kind of like crater, because it has craters in the foam, that it was supposed to like cup and crater around your foot and mold to your foot shape. Cradle, sorry. Well, there's craters, so, you know.
I know, but you can't cup and crater something. You can cup and cradle it though.
Oh, you can crater it for sure.
Oh, behave.
And then Aaron Cooper actually filled me in that it was my original assumption that was actually correct, and marketing took what the material was and what it was intended for and then changed it to make it sound flashier so that people would buy it, AKA a lie. Gotta love marketing, man. So yeah, that's in the back there. It's really cool because it's a callback to the original Nike Zoom generation, AKA the Nike LeBron 1, which Aaron Cooper actually co-designed with
Avar.
No.
I only know one more. Tinker.
Okay. Tinker was one of them, and the legendary Ken Link was the other. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size, so whatever you wear in your Nike LeBrons, that's exactly what I would order. Whatever you wore in your last year model, the LeBron 20, assuming that you owned one, that's also what I would recommend. So whatever size that was, go with it here. Built on the same last, same overall shape, so yeah, you should be good to go. You know what's funny is that they added all of these premium materials, and I just realized that on the last year model, they had like the carbon fiber shank. They removed that, and they put in TPU shank, and it's a little guy, like a little teeny thing. And I just think it's funny because you need the shank in there, especially for someone like LeBron, but they wanted to go premium, so where do you cut costs? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just interesting to look at the shoe and be like, oh, they cut here, but then they really splurged there. It's like the laces, they splurged. Why? I don't know, but it looks dope. So yeah, just interesting stuff to see. But overall, sound off below and let us know what you think about the Nike LeBron 21. Do you feel that they're gonna be just as badass as last year's model, or do you think that they've everything up, even though they didn't change much of anything? Sound off below and let us know. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for a performance review. And until next time, guys, we will see you later. Peace.